So the subject is fluid mechanics and fluid machinery. So what actually is fluid mechanics? The fluid mechanics basically is the study of fluid. As you can see, basically we will be studying about the fluid. So this, I should write it down. The study of fluid, either in motion, so motion में रहेगा, then we will call it as fluid dynamics, or at rest. So if the fluid is at rest, then we call it as fluid statics. Right? So statics and dynamics. And what are the effects of that fluid? So the subsequent effects of the fluid upon the boundaries. Why boundaries? Because as you know, fluid में basically अगर गैस भी है या liquid भी है, so you know that the fluid has the tendency to flow, right? So it has to be contained within some boundaries, right? So that's why those boundaries are important. So if the fluid is contained in the boundary, or suppose in any container, then it will be applying some pressure to the boundaries also. So the effect of the fluid on the boundaries is also to be studied. So those boundaries could be like which may be either solid surface. So the boundaries can be solid surfaces or interfaces. Interfaces means interfaces with other fluids. ये भी हो सकता है ना कि एक फ्लूइड है उसके ऊपर दूसरा है. So that can be the condition, right? So this is basically what we'll be doing in the fluid mechanics. So we'll be studying about the fluid either in motion or at rest, and its effect on the boundaries. And these boundaries may be solid surfaces like the boundaries of any container, or they can be the interfaces with some other fluids. Now both these gases and liquids, right? फ्लूइड को अगर अपन देखें तो ये आपने पढ़ा होगा, this can be both liquids and gases, right? So both liquid and gases are basically classified as fluids, and the number of applications of fluids in engineering is I should say it is enormous, right from starting from breathing, right? Then you have application in our body, blood flow. Then if you are swimming, then अभी अपन ने डिस्कस किया pumps. Then you have fans, turbines, where not, everywhere. Then higher applications में जाएं तो airplanes, कैसे lift और drag होता है, ships, rivers, windmills, right? So और फिर pipe flow, so pipes, then missiles, वेयर नॉट. और जाए तो आइसबर्ग्स, एंड देन यू हैव इंजन्स, आईसी इंजन जो अपन कल बात कर रहे थे. देन यू हैव फिल्टर्स, जेट्स, स्प्रिंकलर्स जो आपके खेतों में लगे रहते होंगे. पंकज तो बहुत यूज़ कर रहा होगा आजकल उसको. एक्सेट्रा एंड एक्सेट्रा. So there are enormous application of fluid mechanics, right? Wherever you think about almost everything on this planet either is a fluid or moves within or near a fluid, right? So that is why there is a great importance of this subject, right? Now if we see this fluid, or basically from the point of view of fluid mechanics, all the matter is basically having two states. And don't confuse from three states to two states, right? So I'm just saying you from the point of view of fluid mechanics, right? So one is fluid, and then the other is solid. Then fluid can be again further divided into liquid and gases. So basically it will come up to three states, right? So basically speaking in terms of lay person or any common person, these two, if you ask somebody that what is the difference between fluid and solid, so anybody will say that solid भाई ठोस पदार्थ है जो closely compacted है, और fluid जो है वो flow करता है. So this is a layman definition basically, ना, that the fluid is flowing. The fluid is any matter that flows actually. But technically distinguishing between them will be in terms of something known as shear stress or tangential stress. स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियल तो पढ़ा है ना आप लोगों ने?
Yes, sir.
है ना? तो what happens when shear stress is applied or shear force is applied on any solid body? Suppose there is a solid body, ठीक है, and we are applying this shear force on that solid body. Suppose this is fixed. And what happens? कैसे पढ़ा है आप लोगों ने? This tends
Sir, share. Yes,
shear. This tends to deform, right?
yes, sir.
So there is some deformation. But, and this deformation is basically depending on its elastic properties. If the applied shear stress is within the elastic limit, then what will happen? After removal of the shear force, what will happen?
Yes, sir.
If this applied shear force or shear stress within the elastic limit, then after the removal of shear stress, what will happen
Sir,
to the body?
sir, it will cross the limit, sir. Strain is generated.
Strain is generated, obviously, that is what we are showing here, the delta. That is the strain, shear strain developed. But
Yes, sir.
what will happen when I remove this force?
Sir, the shape of the body will change.
And if this shear stress is within the elastic limit, then
Sir, the body will become in its original shape.
yes. So if this stress is within the elastic limit, then the body will regain its original shape.
Yes, sir.
But if this stress is beyond the elastic limit, then the body will deform,
Yes, sir.
right? So the body may deform, and the amount of deformation will be depending on the shear force. shear force or shear stress, right? And this shear stress is basically what? Force upon area. We have already studied, you people have already studied this. So this deformation will be limited, है ना? अगर बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया, उसके अल्टीमेट स्ट्रेस तक हो गया, तो क्या होगा? वो टूट जाएगी बॉडी. There will be a complete failure of the body, right? But in
Yes,
case,
sir.
but in case of fluid, what happens? Whatever small amount of, suppose there are two plates जिनके ऊपर हम के बीच में ये fluid है. I should have not made it like, I should have made it like this. है ना? दो प्लेट के बीच में कोई fluid है, और then we are applying this shear force or shear stress. Then what will happen? In case of fluid, this deformation will continue. There will be continuous deformation. And this deformation will never be regained. Right? In case of fluid, this deformation will never be regained, and the fluid will flow, or the fluid will come into motion. Right? So the effect of shear
Yes, sir.
in case of solid is basically I should say it will be in a definite amount, but in case of fluid, it will continue to deform, right? And the fluid will be in motion, then the fluid will move continuously, right? And the amount of shear stress in case of fluid can be a bare minimum also. Bare minimum amount, very very less amount of shear stress is applied on the fluid, will be affecting the fluid, and it will cause the fluid to be in motion, and it will deform the fluid. है ना? जैसे आपने देखा होगा ना, अगर स्टेबल पानी रखा होगा किसी भगोने में या किसी बर्तन में, और आप उसको सिर्फ उंगली से टच भी करोगे तो वो डिफॉर्म हो जाएगा, उसका जो सरफेस है ऊपर का, एंड रिंकल्स आ जाएंगे उसमें, रिपल्स आ जाएंगे उसमें.
Yes, sir.
लेकिन सॉलिड को आप अगर थोड़ा सा भी टच करोगे तो कुछ नहीं होगा उसमें, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द टाइप ऑफ सॉलिड इट इज, राइट? मोस्ट ऑफ द सॉलिड will not deform after touching the solid, right? It needs a certain amount of force, right? That will actually cause the shear strain in that. So this is basically the basic difference between the two. अगर हम इसको दूसरे तरीके से बोलें कि जो, अगर आप लोगों ने स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियल में वो पढ़ा है, प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेस प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेन, मोर सर्कल.
Yes, sir.
तो मोर सर्कल में जो रेडियस होगा मोर सर्कल का, वो जीरो हो जाएगा, राइट?
Yes.
Because the shear stress will be zero. Means if the fluid is at rest, then in that case the shear stress will be zero, right? And this state is basically known as hydrostatic stress, right? So if the fluid is at rest, fluid at rest will have zero shear stress, and this condition is basically known as हाइड्रो मतलब फ्लूइड, और स्टैटिक मतलब रेस्ट पे है, हाइड्रोस्टैटिक स्ट्रेस. सो बेसिकली दिस इज जनरली इन द कंडीशन ऑफ, जैसे स्ट्रक्चरल एनालिसिस करते हैं ना, तब ये कंडीशन बनती है, राइट? सो दिस इज बेसिकली द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द फ्लूइड एंड द सॉलिड, टेक्निकली स्पीकिंग. सो द इफेक्ट ऑफ shear stress causes the difference, or it actually signifies the difference between the two. Similarly, coming to this liquid and gases. लिक्विड एंड गैसेस में हम जानते हैं कि भाई इन कंपैरिजन टू द सॉलिड, लिक्विड और गैसेस में जो मॉलिक्यूल्स होते हैं, दे आर लेस compactly arranged, and the cohesive force is less in case of liquid and further less in case of gases, right? Cohesive force between the molecules in comparison to the solid is lesser in liquid and much more lesser in gases, right? So अगर हम देखें liquid में in comparison to the gases, so the cohesive force will be more, and in case of liquid, अगर liquid एक container में रखा हुआ है ना, और एक में गैस है, तो you can see that there is a layer that is being free surface layer is formed in case of this is the free surface, and this will be in the gravitational field, अगर gravitation है तो, राइट है ना. आपने देखा होगा ना, पानी अगर भरते हो, गिलास में भी भरते हो, तो एक ऊपर एक सरफेस बनता है, फ्री सरफेस होता है, राइट. लेकिन अगर आप गैस को खुले में छोड़ दोगे, तो इन गैसेस द कोहेसिव फोर्सेस आर मच वीकर, so it will just leave the container, वहाँ पे कोई फ्री सरफेस नहीं बनेगा. So there will be no free surface in case of gases. Are you able to see this?
Yes, sir.
So this is gas and this is liquid. So in case of liquid, there will be free surface in the gravitational field, which will be actually depending on the shape of the container in which it is contained. And in case of gases, there will be no free surface until unless you pack it from the top, है ना. अगर उस कंटेनर को आप ऊपर से बंद कर दोगे, then the gas will be confined in that container, right? But if it is open from the top, then the gases will not form the free surface and it will leave the container, right? So the gases cannot form the free surfaces and they flow under the effect of gravitation also. So these are basically rarely concerned with the gravitational effects other than buoyancy. The buoyancy effect will be there in case of gases also, right? So this is basically the difference between the solid and fluid. सॉलिड और फ्लूइड को डिस्टिंग्विश हम करते हैं विद द शेयर स्ट्रेस कॉन्सेप्ट, एंड लिक्विड और गैसेस में हम बात करते हैं इन केस ऑफ फ्री सरफेस दैट कैन बी फॉर्म्ड एंड ऑल्सो इन टर्म्स ऑफ कोहेसिव फोर्स, राइट. सो कोहेसिव फोर्स इन लिक्विड विल बी मोर देन इन केस ऑफ गैसेस, राइट. सो दिस इज हाउ यू डिस्टिंग्विश, एंड ये डिस्टिंक्शन it will help us in understanding the various concepts related to liquid and gas later on.